Spacey Sims, and we are back with more sweet views. What you doing, bird? Talking birds outside? Anyway, so we were just getting to Alice in Wonderland. I mean, Alice Cart. I mean, whatever. I hope we get to be, we're all going to be characters from Alice in Wonderland. And this is what I was saying in the last part with, like, if we had to have costumes for each section we went through, it'd be so much more fucking fun. So much more goddamn fun. I want to see costumes of all of them. Like, I want them all in costumes, but anyway. So here we are. About to start our second day of not dying. Hopefully. I bet there's got to be bad endings where we die. I don't know.
Now, each one of you will compete in this race. The prize? A seat at a tea party. Those seats are first come, first serve. So only the pair that wins gets to go.
Like.
My condolences to the losers. Now then, please follow my piglet inside. Guide! Take them in.
Here we go. Jazz hands. With that, he was gone. Tea party? I guess we won't be getting off easy with just a race then. Yes, I'm sure there'll be more surprises later too. Don't let your guard down. After a short walk, the attraction opened up onto the racetrack. Miyoshi hadn't been kidding when he said it was Alice in Wonderland theme. There were decorations everywhere. It was pretty impressive. None of this stuff really feels like it goes with a racetrack. Yeah, it is a little weird, isn't it? That's why people liked about it. And the disconnect made it really popular. I mean, I'm serious, it'd be kind of fun. And no accounting for taste, I guess. She just fucking slammed me. I'm over here like, that'd be kind of fun, actually. Like, Alice in Wonderland theme, anything. And she's like, no accounting for taste. Bitch! Throwing shade at me. Who's going to the tea party? Obviously you. Damn. Like, before we could continue, the announcer started up. Ahem. I'm going to do this in tour guide Spacey voice like we should have been doing the whole time. Because, again, we don't have a glossary and we don't get to do it. Welcome to the Wonderland Circuit. Please form into groups of 2 and enter the carts. I'm guessing the carts are those. Well, looks pretty standard. There are 8, but 4 already seem to have piglets in them. Damn. Oh, this looks like fun. Those guys are our opponents then? Sweet. Time to kick some ass. I'm sorry. I hope, because we're obviously going to choose who we go with, but I almost kind of hope, I can't wait, when we go down his path to pick him, because he seems like he'd be really fucking fun going in this go-kart race. I'm just saying, he seems like he'd be fun, so. He seemed pretty excited to get started and kept reminding us how good he was at kart racing. He's gonna lose. The race will be 3 laps. Be careful, since if you crash or the piglets win, the game is over. It sounds pretty normal, but why do I have a feeling it won't be? Well, after yesterday, I'd say that's a pretty reasonable expectation. Yeah. Alright, we should split into groups. Unfortunately, we've got an odd number of people, so someone's gonna be driving solo. Fine with me, bro. You get more speed with less weight anyway. No. If you win, then you'll be the only person who can play at the tea party. I've got a feeling the puzzle is that party. We need to have 2 people there. Well, it's definitely going to be me. We all agreed that Shida was right, so someone would have to pair up with Mitarashi. So, who's going to go by themselves then? I'm really pretty terrible at kart racing. Maybe I should be the single driver. But what if I screw that up and get in somebody's way? I was still pondering it when Urabe spoke up. Let me be the odd man out. I get kart sick very easily, and I'm not very good with fast rides to begin with. Well, you can't win my heart with that attitude. I've no doubt I would only be a burden to any partner, so I think it best that I have a kart to myself. Okay. Urabe will take the kart by himself then. And now for the groups. I suppose the best way to decide that is rock, paper, scissors. We nodded and held out our hands. Okay, so we don't get to choose. And if you get the same thing, you pair up. Good? Well, everybody's rock. Well, that didn't work. Yeah. Got it. Cool. Ready? 1, 2... What should I go with? Oh, shit. This is gonna determine... Fuck. I'm gonna go with... You know what? We're gonna get whatever we get. There's no way we can con this one. I was gonna do rock. Because everybody goes with rock. But I'm like, no, we'll do scissors. Oh! Okay. No, it's fine. But I was... I don't know which one Toa was. But anyway. But then... Well, that's weird because... So if you chose one of... How would it know... There's only 3 options then. Unless you choose rock and it's like, okay, it's these 3. It's you and these 2 guys. So then you do it again. You know what I mean? Anyway. I guess that's you and me then. Oh, let's hope it goes okay. I'm sure we'll do fine. As long as I don't get in the way, at least. That left Shido with Shirabe and Wakasa with Mitarashi. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you did rock, you're going to automatically get with one person, or would you end up with Shido and Shirabe and then you have to do it again? And you know what I mean? I'm confused how that works, but I want to know. Hold on. I want to look for something. I want to look up. Hold on. Let me pull up one of my guides. Hold on. Turn on my thing. Oh. I don't know. I was on Toa's thing, and it still says scissors in that one. Let's see something. It doesn't tell you if you have to do it again. I guess it's just automatic. I guess there's only like 3 people that you're possibly going to get as a pair for this. So, because it said scissors, but scissors, I don't know. Anyway, I climbed into my cart. It looks like there are 2 seats of controls. One for the wheel and one for the gas. I guess I've got the gas. Wait, Urabe won't be able to drive by himself. I looked over at him. You needn't worry. Apparently this cart has been made so it can be driven by a single person. Oh, good. Why would one person have the gas and one person have the thing? That seems... I mean, that's some kind of teamwork. He gave me a small smile, and I fell back into my seat, relieved. So I've got the gas pedal and... What are these? There were several buttons set across the dashboard. Oh, God. Missile, caltrops, oil, boost. Are these what Mayoshi was talking about earlier? But none of them are lit up. I looked over to see Mayoshi grasping the wheel with white-knuckled hands, his face unreadable. Good luck. You too. He hadn't even turned to look at me. He's kind of making me worried, but he was amazing in the hallway yesterday. We should be fine. I repeated that to myself and started examining the dashboard. I mean, we picked the right thing that we technically should... I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but... When I placed my foot on the gas pedal, Mayoshi suddenly spoke up again. It goes when you push on that pedal and stops when you let up. Yeah. I knew how a gas pedal worked. I just wasn't sure how we were going to work in tandem if we didn't talk. I don't think I'm going to get much more out of him, though. I sighed. All I could do was try my best and pay close attention. The roar of an engine startled me back to reality. Apparently, Mayoshi had started the cart. A piglet holding a flag appeared next to the starting line, and the signal light came on. It turned from red to green, and the race was on. Gah! The track was straight from the starting line until the first corner. Well, I mean, it's always going to be straight until the first corner, right? I mean, I get she means twisty-turny, but it's like it was straight until the corner. I mean, that's how corners work. They stop being straight at that point. Well, I should probably gun it here and then ease off when we hit the curve. If we tried to take the curve too fast, then we'd be in trouble. Oh, well done. Huh? Oh, thanks. It looked like my plan had worked out. We managed to move up 2 cars from last place. Our communication wasn't great, but we seemed to be doing all right despite that. We're in 5th place. Mayoshi jerked the wheel to the side in the middle of a straightaway, taking us close to the edge of the track. I was about to ask why when I heard a noise. Sweet. Nabbed an item. Huh? What do you mean? Look at the buttons. Oh! I looked down at the dashboard. The light next to one of the buttons was lit. And you see the question marks on the track? If we run over them, we get a random item. Oh, so the lit missile button means... Now we have a missile. We can use that or the boost to move up. We can only have one of each item, though. If we want another missile, we have to fire one. I see. I wasn't quite sure I understood what was going on, but it was clear that pressing that button fired a missile. Okay, this just sounds... Okay, so here's the thing. So you're actually... Like, let's just pretend you're in Alice Kart or Mario Kart, right? Okay, you're throwing the turtles and you're doing all that shit, right? But you're doing that... But in the real world, if you went to a theme park and they had like a Mario Kart go-kart, it would literally just be Mario Kart, it'd be go-kart. But this is like some weird ass... Or, you know, you have... I'm sitting in the car and I'm fake racing with the screen in front of me. But this is actual go-karts running around a track, not I'm playing a video game racing where I'm just sitting in a chair that looks like a cart chair. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go to arcades, that version. It is, you're literally on a go-kart track, but you're somehow still playing like Mario. That's fucking... If you could make something that legitimately was like that, like somehow... I mean, I suppose you could if you... It was all like 3D and you were like sitting and everything around you was in a... But like, it's crazy. You're like, they're literally... They've got missiles and they got... How the fuck do they make this... I know I shouldn't be overthinking this, but I am. But anyway. And there's a piglet cart right in front of us. Why don't you shoot a missile at it? All right, let's hit that button then. It seems dangerous, but I guess I just have to trust him. Okay. I hit the button. Whoa! I felt the cart shudder and a missile shot out from underneath it. It flew along the ground and slammed into the other cart. Nice. Good work. He seems a little demented. Nice. Thanks. A huge grin had suddenly spread across his face. He's getting off on the us murdering people, but okay. I didn't even know he could smile like that. The missile attack slowed the piglet cart down enough that we passed it and moved up. So it's not actually blowing them up. It's just, oh, it damages my cart. So that would actually be kind of cool because you'd be like, oh, I magically picked up an item that you really didn't. You just drove through like some kind of a thing. And then you push a button and it's like, oh, and it shakes their cart and makes it. You could actually kind of make it work. Yeah, you could make... Wow, okay, anyway. Oh, we're in fourth. Awesome! Our good fortune seemed to have improved Mayoshi's mood, which in turn improved his driving. If I can just keep working the gas right, we might have a chance at winning this thing. Even though we still weren't exactly working in unison, we managed to keep our spot. By then, we moved into the second lap. Mayoshi drove over another one of the question marks, and the Caltrops button lit up. The Caltrop button lit up at... Wait, the other one. The boost is on too. Maybe you missed it. I hit another question mark just now. When did he do that? Oh, let's save those for the last lap. And we'll use this one to close in. Got it. I nodded and went back to focusing on the gas. We finished the second lap in the same position. Then finally, we were on the last lap. All right, it's time. Press both the buttons when I give the word. Now! Right! I hit both buttons at once and mumbled a short sorry under my breath. The cart behind us hit the Caltrops and careened off towards the edge of the track as it suddenly slowed. At the same time, the boost activated and shot our cart forward toward the lead group. In front is Shido and Shirabe, with a piglet cart behind them. Third is Mitarashi and Wakasa. I'd barely finished talking when there was a loud boom and Shido's cart suddenly slowed down. And the piglets fired a missile. Arrgh! I wanted to see if Shido and Shirabe were okay, but I was too busy focusing on working the pedal. We flew past their cart, bringing us to third place. And that's it. Huh? Did you say something? And they're out of the running, and they don't have a trump card to play. We were coming up on the straightaway in front of the finish line when suddenly Mitarashi's cart sped up. They passed the piglets! They're moving into first place! As I spoke, the piglet cart spun out and veered off the track. Uh-oh. Oil. What? A black slick had appeared on the course just before the piglet cart lost control. After what Mayoshi had said, I realized it had to be oil. Ah! Urgh. We were going too fast to avoid the oil. Our cart went into a spin, careening toward the fence. Gah! Step off the gas. His voice shook me out of my confusion, and I pulled my foot up as fast as I could. Slowly, we began to slow down. Ah! Miyoshi was doing his best to bring the cart under control, but it was working. I squeezed my eyes shut. Did we die? Is it the end? Phew. That was close. I opened my eyes a crack. The cart had come to a stop just feet from the fence. I let out a weak bark of laughter. If we'd run into the fence, we wouldn't have walked away with minor injuries. If we'd walked away at all. Are you okay? I'm fine. What about you? I think I'm good. I sighed with relief. Are you all right? Shido was already running over to us. Victory! Mitarashi and Wakasa had won first place. Oh, that's good. I just wish they would have thought a little more before they dumped that oil. We opened the door to the next area in silence. I got the feeling that everyone else was questioning Mitarashi's actions during the race, although Mitarashi himself was in high spirits. But we had to win. Maybe that meant something like this had to happen. If the piglets had won, we would have failed that game and everything would have been over. Nobody could bring themselves to judge Mitarashi too harshly. And it's not like he tried to hurt any of us on purpose. You say that, now we're like, should we get suspicious of everyone? It's everyone! They're all involved! Beyond the door was a small forest. A blue sky spread out above us. The whole place felt nice. Sorry, I'm stretching. My God, my body hurts. It was all fake, of course. The sky was a painting on a domed ceiling, and the forest was plastic and metal. In the center of the clearing was a single house. The chimneys looked like rabbit ears. I was actually a little disappointed. Could have been pretty cute if it wasn't part of this awful game. Wonderland circuit complete. The announcer's voice rang through the clearing. All right! Mitarashi's triumphant roar echoed across the dome. Apparently, Shido had finally had enough. Oh, just make out already. You, let's talk. Look like he's grabbing his collar. You can't see it. I can't point it out, but you know, see it anyway. Underneath the text box. Huh? Don't you me? What you did back there was really dangerous. Sure hope you got a good explanation. What the hell, man? Why are you giving me this white knight noise? Look, I didn't have a choice, okay? If I hadn't done something, we would have been lost. We would have lost. Yes, we would have lost. And then we would have all been screwed. And that was enough of a reason to put the rest of us in danger? Yeah. What, you need me to spell it out for you? And I got a name, you know. You, me again, and we're gonna have to throw down. Shido grabbed Mitarashi by the collar and pulled him down to face him. The other man just stared back, unintimidated. I just love our bitchy men. Why are you trying to be a tough guy? He's gonna be the one that's just, at the end, just gonna break down and cry. He's gonna be the super sensitive marshmallow. I love it. I love it. What should I do? It feels like they're about to fight. I'd barely thought the words when Mitarashi's fist slammed into Shido's face. Yeah, I'm getting real sick of your holier-than-thou attitude, bro. Let it go. Ugh. Shido stumbled back and threw himself forward, driving a fist into Mitarashi's stomach. Is this the point where we should get angry? I feel like we should get angry. They started trading blows one after another, but they appeared to be evenly matched. We all just watched, shocked. No one seemed to want to step in. I mean... What should I do? I looked over at Urabe. He shrugged, then turned to the fighters. Please calm down. Is fighting amongst ourselves not exactly what Count Hogstein would want? But his words seemed to fall on deaf ears. I mean... Oh dear. He sighed. Urabe doesn't look so good. He did say he doesn't do well on fast things, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. His face was pale, and the longer he stood, the more he began to waver back and forth. Someone needed to stop the fight, but I was getting more worried about Urabe with every passing minute. Unfortunately, nobody else seemed to be doing anything. I feel like... I don't know. I think we should yell at them to stop. I was really hoping this was a get mad time because I wanted to get mad at them. I think, okay. Ugh, I don't want to, but if no one else is going to do anything, I'm going to get punched. Knock it off, you guys! It didn't seem like they'd even heard me. Dang, didn't do anything. I guess we should have checked on Urabe. Anyway. I'll let him work it out. They're just a couple of hot-headed kids. He sighed and shook his head. It looked like there was nothing we could say to get through to them. And now, I think it's past time the two of you stop this nonsense. Somehow, Urabe managed to calm them down, and the fight ended. Well, the fight might be over, but we're still a long, long way from anything you might call teamwork. Also, thanks for wasting 30 minutes, assholes! We'd come together the day before, and I'd almost been optimistic, but today it seemed like everything was falling apart.
I sincerely apologize for interrupting when you're in the middle of having so much fun, but the tea party will be starting soon.
The pig's voice hit me like a bucket of ice water.
Everyone but the winning pair should head to that house over there.
Tea party, huh? I can't wait. Shirabe was the first to start toward the house, and the rest of us followed. A table had been set for a tea party with stacks of fake dishes and teacups spread across it. In the chairs were statues of a rabbit, a mouse, and a man with a hat. Mitarashi and Wakasa stopped at the table. I mean, hello? It's the March Hare, the Dormouse, and the Mad Hatter. God. The rest of us headed toward the house. As we passed the table, Shirabe tapped his forehead and began to speak. The Mad Tea Party is part of a sequence in Alice in Wonderland that takes place at the March Hare's house. In attendance are the March Hare himself, the Dormouse, and the Mad Hatter. See, I'm smart. Everybody knows Alice in Wonderland. Come on. And the Hatter has incurred the wrath of the Queen of Hearts. Consequently, his watch is stopped at 6 o'clock. For him, it's always time for tea. Maybe it's good they won because we're... Oh, God! Oh, this doesn't look good. And this is a very peculiar house. As I looked around the room we found ourselves in, I had to agree. Outside it had looked quaint, inviting, and downright whimsical, but inside it was covered in metal plating with no decorations of any sort, except for the god-awful ceiling. There's no way that ceiling is up to code. Gah! I looked up to see that the entire ceiling was a metal plate covered in giant spikes. I think we can see out through those windows. He was right. Outside we could see the tea party. On the wall opposite from the door was a giant television screen. I've got a bad feeling about this. As Miyoshi spoke, a loud clank filled the house. Well, now the door is locked. It won't open. It was looking like Mayoshi's bad feelings had been justified. What's going to happen now? We're gonna die. So I thought maybe they're out there having a tea party and it's up to us to save them, but nope. We were trying to see what was going on outside when the announcer began to speak again.
Welcome to the March Hare's house, everyone. Well, that's what I'd like to say, but oh no. If you don't hurry up, everyone is going to die.
What? Oh, fuck. As I spoke, I heard a metallic groan from the ceiling. That is not a tall ceiling. Look at Mayoshi's face. It appears the spikes have begun to move. He swallowed and wiped sweat off his forehead. Then, if we don't do anything, we're gonna get skewered? Seems like that's about the size of it.
And now, it is time for the tea party to begin. Although the two of you have been invited,
You're welcome to invite your friends as well. But only if you can command the mad host to do so. Wait, is this for the people outside? I looked around and everyone nodded. We all thought the same thing. Everything was going to depend on Mitarashi and Wakasa. And I'd hurry if I were you. If you don't get them to the party soon, your friends are going to die. Although we couldn't hear them through the windows, we saw Mitarashi and Wakasa suddenly look up, surprised. Ugh, so our lives are in their hands. His voice was grim. If I'd just gotten in a fight with someone, I'd be uneasy about them saving my life too. If I'd just gotten in a fight. Nothing we can do though. We're stuck in here. Ugh, watching people try to save your life when you're helpless sucks. I gave them everything I could think of on the way in here. Just hope it helps. Shirabe rubbed his forehead. I thought his sudden monologuing earlier had been strange, but now I saw what he'd been trying to do. We all crowded around the two windows to look outside as Mitarashi and Wakasa came running over toward the house. Mitarashi ran to the door and started jiggling the handle, but it was locked up tight. Wakasa pounded on the window. Hey, are you guys okay? Are you locked in? His voice came through over the speaker, just like the announcers had. What should I do? The ceiling is still moving down, but... The ceiling is gonna crush us! Hurry up and solve the puzzle! I think we should tell him. The ceiling's going to crush us! I shouted as loud as I could, but he didn't seem to hear me. Ugh! I jabbed my finger at the ceiling. Wakasa looked up and gasped. What? I mimed the ceiling coming down, full of spikes. Mitarashi left the door and came over to the window. I saw his eyes widened as he noticed the ceiling. I don't think they can hear us. The pig has made sure we're just an audience. Shido frowned and made a shooting motion at the two men outside the window. I guess he's telling them to go back and solve the puzzle? They didn't seem to get it, though. Mitarashi looked puzzled, and Wakasa just kept nodding. Oh my god, the two idiots. Damn it. Can't get through to them. If only I'd studied the gestures the piglets make more closely. He grimaced and punched a nearby wall. I just love how he's always punching walls. I think maybe we should get back to the table. The door isn't going to open, so the only way we can help them is to solve the puzzle. Damn. Guess we don't have a choice. They turned and stomped back to the table as we all watched nervously. Even though they were a ways away, we could still hear them talking quite clearly. All right, so if I'm understanding that announcement right, we need to command the mad host of this tea party to invite our friends, right? Yeah, so which one of these guys is the mad host? There were 3 statues sitting in the chairs around the table. A hare, a mouse, and a man in a hat. The man in the hat was the Mad Hatter, but suddenly Shirabe groaned and smacked his forehead. Damn it! There's something wrong. The Mad Tea Party is a tea party in Alice in Wonderland that's held in the garden at the March Hare's house. That was more or less what he'd said before. I didn't see the problem. Is there something wrong with that? Well, in the book, it's the first time the Mad Hatter shows up. So a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that he's the host. Huh? He's not? That's a trick question. I would have guessed he was the host. I mean, he's the Mad Hatter, right? I would have thought so too. But the party is at the March Hare's house. If it's his house, he's the host. The March Hare's house. If it's his house, he's the host. The hare is the host at his own house. I hope they'll be all right. I wonder if they'll realize the true nature of the question. Damn it. If only we could talk to them somehow. If only Shirabe had won, he would have totally gotten it all, but, I mean, obviously. Shido had begun to pace back and forth restlessly. This is awful. All we can do is watch. I'm gonna guess that we would never be in the cart with Mitarashi, because he's always gonna win. So we would probably have ended up with Shirabe or Shido then, because I'm gonna guess Toa and Mitarashi always end up together. And they have to be the ones to solve this. Because I doubt it would be different and we'd be there magically. You know what I mean? Anyway. Oh, we could try and communicate with gestures, but if they misinterpret what we're saying, that'd be bad. Shirabe frowned and scratched at his beard. We can... Bunny ears. Bunny ears. Yeah. Well, remember what Shirabe said? These guys are the March Hare, the Dormouse, and the Mad Hatter. Yeah, and this is the Mad Tea Party or something. They're going to decide the host is the Mad Hatter, aren't they? This is bad. I let out a sigh and pressed my face to the window. So, how does the March Hare qualify as mad? He's fucking insane. Spoon. Yeah. Oh, well, in the British Isles, there's a turn of phrase that says somebody's mad as a March hare. Supposedly the hares act weirdly during mating season, which is where the phrase comes from. But in any event, the Mad Tea Party is called what it is because everyone there is mad. I see. And then the question is, will they... let's sure hope they don't get fooled by the mad part of Mad Hatter. Shirabe mumbled to himself, almost like a prayer. Huh! This one's a piece of cake. The host's gotta be this guy. He was pointing, of course, at the Mad Hatter. Ugh, that idiot. We all let out a collective sigh. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it seems like he's the obvious choice. But something's bugging me. You know what's bugging me? That house. Where the hell did they give it rabbit ears? Rabbit? Of course, that's it! Whoa! Damn, turn it down, kid. What is it? They're not rabbit ears. They're hare ears. Remember what Shirabe said? The party is being held in the garden of the March Hare's house. March Hare? Oh yeah, I guess that explains the ears, huh? Yeah, so that means the mad host is actually... Not the hat guy, but the hare? He pointed at the statue of the March Hare and we all sighed again. But this time with relief, and that's when you start thumbs up. You're giving us a thumbs up! No, hold on a minute. Even if this is the March Hare's garden, that doesn't necessarily mean he's hosting the party. Ah, damn it, Wakasa. You had it right. Don't go messing it up now. This is driving me insane. Oh, funny. I'm really starting to wish we had a different team out there right now. Inside of the house, the atmosphere was filled with anxiety and despair, and with every passing minute, the ceiling full of spikes got a little closer. Hey, we should have a few hours. We don't really have a lot of time, so let's stick with the hare as the host and keep going. Hey, you're right. We don't want to second guess ourselves too much, so next we need to figure out how to command the host. No idea. Let's go look at our host. They proceeded to examine the hare's statue more closely. So what are we supposed to do to command him? And that part seems really weird. It looks like he's holding a card and a pistol? As soon as Mitarashi spoke, the screen inside the house suddenly flickered to life. What? We all turned around to face it.
Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? What's it feel like to be totally and completely helpless with your lives in the hands of a pair of idiots?
Thrilling, right? Aggravating? Oink, oink. Why is he here? Probably just to try and mess with our heads.
It looks like your little friends managed to figure out who the mad host is, but I wonder, will they be able to command him? Because if they make a mistake, bang! Shot through the heart! And you're to blame!
Sorry, no. Whoops, no, that's not what it is. Just kidding.
The pistol the hare's holding is the genuine article, you know? Oink, oink, oink!
Our faces went pale. It's real? No, what do we do? There was nothing we really could do. There was no way to communicate with the others. No, I guess all we can do is pray those two knuckleheads don't screw up. Even Shirabe's usually detached calm seemed to have been shaken. Outside, Mitarashi and Wakasa continued to examine the card and the pistol. Oh, what do you think about these? Six of spades. King of clubs. Where did you find these? Inside the cup's on the table, and the hare's holding a card too, right? Yeah, right now he's holding the king of diamonds. Think there are any more cards around here? Dunno. Well, let's look. It's when you stand behind the hare and not in front of him. After a few minutes of searching, they turned up several more cards. Oh. Oh, God. So we got a 6 of spades, the king of clubs and hearts, and the queen of spades and hearts, and the 8 of diamonds. They spread out all the cards they'd found on the table. Do you think maybe we command the hare by doing something with a card that's stronger than the one he's got? Yeah, that's gotta be... Wait. He's holding a king, though. If he had a 6 or a queen, sure, but how do you beat a king? Well, isn't there an order to the suits, too? I could be wrong. I don't really know much about cards. Oh, I get it. What card is he holding? It doesn't matter. Who's the most powerful person in all of Wonderland? The Queen of fucking Hearts. I get it. It's a Wonderland trick. Oh, okay. Did they have a Queen of Hearts in the stack? Because I think that's it. Ugh. Sure wish I worked a little harder and learned poker right about now. It's not poker. For the next few minutes, they were silent, deep in thought. In order from greatest to least, the suits usually go spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs. I blinked. Whoa, you sure know a lot about cards. Occupational knowledge, I confess. A tarot card's a de rigueur, whatever. For men in my profession, but playing cards can be used as well from time to time. Then the only card that can beat the King of Diamonds is the King of Hearts. Right. If only we could tell them somehow. It's the Queen. Almost as if he'd heard me, I saw Wakasa leave the table and come running towards us. The ceiling was down much further now, just above our heads. There wasn't much time left. Aww, this is adorable. I pulled my eyes away from it and back to Wakasa. What should I do? Don't tell him the answer, because I think we're wrong. I don't think that's the right answer, and I think we're gonna die. If we... You know what I mean? I don't think we should tell him the answer. Besides, was the King of Hearts in that stack? It had to have been, because otherwise... No, I'm gonna tell him to do his best. If we tell him the answer, that's gonna be bad. It's the King of Hearts, and he's gonna do it, and someone's gonna get shot. I don't want someone to get shot. Do your best! I gave him the most cheerful smile I could manage, and he replied with a grin and a firm nod. We'll figure it out, don't worry. I guess he understood me. Are you sure this is the same boy from yesterday? He seems to have found some courage. Well, yeah, because he's... Oh, yeah, that was apparently the Wizard of Oz thing, and he got his courage. Well, what's-his-face hasn't got a brain yet, but... They were right. The terrified Wakasa we'd seen the day before was nowhere to be found. That's because he's in love with us. They're all in love with us, but I'm just saying. Let's just hope that's enough to get us out of this. I tried to take a deep breath and relax. And I'm surprised they're not like, why didn't you fucking tell him? Wakasa ran off, back to the table. Hey, how's it look? They're okay, but we need to hurry. Figure anything out while I was gone. Yeah, I think I figured out where the card goes. Right here. The hare's mouth? Yeah, it looks like it'll fit a card, so that's all that's left is to figure out which one. Do you know? Nope, not a clue. Mitarashi grinned and picked up the King of Clubs and the King of Hearts. What are you doing? Well, it's gotta be one of these, so we gotta make a bet. In a game of chance, luck wins out. Now, come on, that's like the basic principle of gambling. Yeah, but it's not right, it's the Queen of Hearts. Come on, it's Alice in Wonderland. Are you a good gambler? I've played a little poker in my time. Let's just leave it at that. He gave Wakasa a knowing wink. Wait, is that idiot just gonna guess? It's looking that way. They both shook their heads, but it wasn't like there was anything we could do. He's gonna be, like, if he gets shot after getting shot with an arrow and gets shot with a bullet, you're like, man, I don't know how he's gonna live. He's gonna be the one that dies. The King of Hearts. Pick the King of Hearts. I thought about the King of Hearts as hard as I could, willing him to pick it. You really think that's okay? We don't have a choice. We don't know the answer. Besides, we got a 50% chance of getting it right. No, you don't. No, you don't. He stared down at the 2 cards for several long seconds before finally holding one of them up. This one. It's the wrong one, anyway. The King of Hearts? Yeah, you gotta trust your heart, right? Now he's gonna get shot in the heart. He grinned and tapped a thumb on his chest. A broken clock is still right twice a day. Yes! Shido sighed. Get back, just in case. After Wakasa stepped away, Mitarashi carefully slid the card into the hare's mouth. I can't really see what's happening. You're going to hear it in a second. I'd scarcely thought those words when... What? Told you. What? Okay. I was hoping that maybe nobody would get shot, but I guess if we told them the King of Hearts, but at least it's not my fault. It's their own fault now. Was that a gunshot? We all looked at each other, frightened. With a dull thud, Mitarashi collapsed like a puppet with its strings cut. He keeps getting this poor guy. Why does he keep getting shot?
1 down, 6 to go. To think someone would die trying to solve such a simple puzzle.
Blank, blank, blank.
Too bad.
No, he had the right answer. Wakasa was shaking Mitarashi's body. You bastard. He turned and yelled at the monitor.
Do you really want to waste your breath yelling at me? I think it might be better it's spent praying for your little friend out there to stumble on the right answer.
Ugh. The ceiling was getting really close. Urabe, the tallest of us, had to crouch down to avoid it. But he did have the right answer. Has to be the King of Hearts.
You really are a stick in the mud, aren't you? How stubborn. You must have lived a pretty sad life. I mean, why do you think there are cards? Who can command the March Hare?
My eyes widened. Wait a minute. That means... Told you. It's fucking Alice in Wonderland. Yeah! What did Hogstein mean when he said, why do you think there are cards? Who can command the March Hare? Alice Cart uses Alice in Wonderland for the setting, so it's not that strange that there would be cards here. So, who can control the March Hare? Apparently the King of Hearts was wrong. No. That leaves us with blah, blah, blah. The Queen of Hearts and the 8 of Diamonds, so it has to be one of those. Do I have to pick something else? I have to pick something else? It's the Queen of Hearts. I don't know. I picked the Alice in Wonderland. We gotta pick them all, sure. I know it's Queen of Hearts, but... Because we're in Alice in Wonderland, Queen of Hearts. Do-do-do-do! I told you, I know my Alice in Wonderland. Not, well, but... That's it! The most powerful person in the world of Alice in Wonderland is the Queen of Hearts! And that's the card they need to give to the hare! Of course. Shirabe nodded. Hogstein cheered.
You are correct!
Damn. And so the card the hare was holding and all the kings, and they were just decoys, huh?
Oink, oink. Exactly! But it's not like knowing that is going to do you any good now.
Oink, oink, oink. Oink. He let out a roar of laughter that shook the house. I looked over at the others and noticed that Shido was grinning. You got all that?
Oink!
Huh? He was looking outside, but why? Who was he just talking to? I looked out the window too, just in time to see Mitarashi suddenly come back to life. What? The pig wasn't the only person who was surprised. Did they fight on purpose? Here's a thing, a listening device. Everyone was too stunned to speak as Mitarashi leapt up, grabbed the Queen of Hearts, and shoved it into the hare's mouth. They cheated the system! The tea party completed. In your face! We did it! They cheered and high-fived one another. I mean, I figured it out, but... Oh! The ceiling! Yeah, it stopped. It had gotten pretty close, but it wasn't moving anymore. We were safe. That's good and all, but what just happened? I love him so much. He's so fucking shady. I seriously love the, like, pushing the glasses up with my middle finger thing. I love it. It's so... Why is that such a trope in, like, every anime? You're like, why? It's weird, but I love it. There was a loud clang as the door unlocked. We hurried outside as fast as we could, anxious to get away from the spikes. Damn, it sure is good to be out of there. Yeah, but I don't understand what's going on. I looked over at Shido and Mitarashi. Are you alright? Yeah, thanks to you. How about you guys? Nothing to report. I could still remember the fight they'd had. It hadn't been that long ago, but now they were acting almost friendly? Alright, I think it's time you boys told us what's going on here. Our young lady keeps saying she doesn't get it. Meanwhile, none of you do either, assholes. Hey, I want to know what's going on, too. Indeed. We all crowded in towards Shido and Mitarashi. The fight was faked. Finally, Shido cleared his throat and began to speak. Well, the truth is, we were both on our cell phones since before we got split up. Of course, I kept the volume on mine turned off. What? I didn't even notice. I didn't either. So how did you... very clever. I figured it out, huh? Oh, you mean your fight earlier was just an act? Shido grinned. I knew we'd be under surveillance inside the attraction, and the fight was the only way I could tell him about my plan without falling under suspicion. Pretending to fight let you get close enough to talk privately, and it gave everyone a reason to assume you weren't clever. Or assume you weren't clever. Okay. Assume you weren't clever. I mean, also works. Exactly. While we were struggling, I handed him a headset. I didn't notice a thing! I mean, he's a detective. He's supposed to be like, smart like this. Hey, hey! What? Punch me in the stomach. What? Just trust me. Do it. I'm getting real sick of your holier-than-thou attitude, man. Let it go. God, I said hit my stomach. Oh, because he hit him in the face. Damn it. What the hell are you... What? Here, take this. With the headset. I'm gonna call you. Put this on and you'll be able to hear us. Got it? I love him so much. I see. And since only one team could participate in the tea party, I suspected that Hogstein would set up some sort of trap for them. I had a feeling they might need our help and threw this plan together. Oh, well, you sure fooled your allies. I hope your enemies fell for it too. Wow, I was right there and I didn't even know. Really? Gosh. Yeah, I had no idea. That was kind of a jerk move, Mitarashi. Sorry, bro. Would have been real bad if the pig overheard us. I apologize for tricking all of you, but I was sure the pig would try and interfere if he knew what was going on. He bowed his head to us in a quick gesture of apology. Smart, shady bastard. I love it. Smart, angry, shady bastard. I love it. Although, the biggest problem was his acting ability, or lack thereof. Whoa, hey, you take that back. I'll have you know I'm a great actor. My work demands it. Besides, everything went fine, right? I mean, he is a manho. It's really awkward that we're gonna get involved with him. Okay. Yeah, none of us noticed, but what does acting have to do with being an escort? Well, nothing. Don't you worry about it. You'll learn when you're older. Oh! I'm sure he's gonna be the one to teach us when we go down his path. Best you put such thoughts out of your mind for now. Yeah, some things you're better off not knowing. Okay, you're not much older than me. Stop it. Huh? The heck are you guys talking about? I love that. You shouldn't know. You're just an innocent little lady. I'll have you know. I fucked more than any of you. I'm probably not, but I'm just... just love how they're teaching me like I'm some innocent fucking snowflake. And be like, I may not know anything about the world of escorts. Doesn't make me an innocent snowflake, you bastards. They all coughed or looked away awkwardly. Anyway, I was sure the King of Hearts was right, but... Ugh. He groaned a little and rubbed at his chest. Did you actually get shot? Yeah, that's right. You were shot. Well, yeah, sorta, but I had a little help. He reached under his shirt and pulled out what looked like a metal serving platter with a massive dent in the middle. Oh, when did you get that? Hey, give me a little credit. Once I heard the gun was real, I grabbed it as soon as I could. Good thing, too. But didn't it still hurt? Yeah, it hurt like hell, but it doesn't look like it did any permanent damage. That's good. Like, didn't it hurt? My god, you've got abs for days. The fuck, dude? He would have. I mean, he looks very muscly. Mitarashi was quickly turning into the park's punching bag. Although I guess the one yesterday was my fault. He is the beefiest one, I'm just saying. So, he's got the most muscle. I told you to hit me in the stomach, though. Why did you hit my face? And so hard. I feel like things aren't where they used to be. Oh, but you're still pretty. You should talk. You just about knocked the wind out of me when all you had to do was wrestle me to the ground. Maybe I was a little upset about getting hit in the face. Yeah, well, maybe I was a little upset too. For a moment, it looked like they might be about to fight again, but suddenly both men broke in smiles and the rest of us followed suit. Gosh, sure feels nice to smile again. I let out a long sigh of relief, but that relief was short-lived.
Void! Void! I'm voiding this! You fail!
Whoa, wait, what the hell?
Well, what did you expect? You cheated!
His face had gone red with rage. There was nothing in the thing that said we couldn't. Cheated. And none of your rules prohibit communication within the park. If it's not against the rules, how is it cheating? You give us puzzles, we solve them. This whole game is about using one another's strengths and following your rules, right? I've heard that before. He was quoting the Count's own statements back at him.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! If I say you failed, you failed! And if you failed, then I'm going to blow this whole thing sky high!
What? You can't do that! You said...
Shut up!
That's it! I've had enough! What is this guy's deal? If he's just gonna break them when he feels like it, what's the point of having rules in the first place? Oh, we're getting mad at the pig. The game was hard and scary! He can't decide we didn't beat it just because he's mad. Always getting mad at the pig. Always gonna get mad at the pig. One of these days it's gonna backfire. What's wrong with you? I just love that. Wait, sorry. We followed your rules, but you're just gonna ignore them? That's not cool.
You'll regret this!
With one final incoherent grunt of rage, the screen shut off. Moments later, we heard a noise from the table. Did you guys hear that? Look, the cover for that big dish opened up. See? Right in the middle of the table. Yes, indeed. Let's have a look here. A chest! A chest! A chest! A treasure chest. It looks identical to the one we found yesterday. Wait. We need to be careful. It could be dangerous. Let me open it. Don't hurt your pretty face. What? He approached the table as the rest of us backed away and gingerly picked up the treasure chest. Stage 2 is complete. You have obtained a reward. We did it! At last. Not a moment too soon. After that house, my nerves are shot. So what's in it? And just like yesterday, it looks like a note of some sort. What was the one? Sun? What does 07 mean? Do you think it has something to do with sun? Sun, day, July 7th, 0707. I don't know. Good question, good question. He frowned and began tapping his finger on his forehead. imagine we're all quite tired, yes. Perhaps we should take a short rest. Yeah, good idea. Why don't we just sit down at the table? Too bad there isn't any actual tea. If there was, would you really want to drink it? Yeah, I guess you're right, huh? I'd prefer to leave this place as soon as possible, but I am tired. Eventually, we all sat down around the table, except for Shirabe, who insisted on investigating the entire garden. After a few minutes of rest, we headed out. This is the perfect place to stop it, because we've only got a few minutes to go. Or, I mean, we could go a little bit, but we're about to go, whatever, do our nightly thing, so we'll just do that in the next part. So I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.